Hello, Wednesday Night Poetry. My name is Kimberly Ann Priest and I am in Denton, Texas on the square. Behind me is the iconic Denton Courthouse. Several years back, I spent about 6 months living in Denton and I love this place. Wonderful coffee shops, breweries, and hands down, the best taco joint in the entire world, Rusty's Tacos. A little bit later, after I read you my poem for this week, I am going to actually surprise my mother at that taco joint. I haven't seen her in quite a long time, and Mother's Day is just around the corner. So my dad and I have conspired, and I drove down to Denton to see her. So I'm looking forward to that surprise. In the meantime, I'm going to read you my poem. My mother and I communicate back and forth through letters. It's kind of sparse, but we do the best that we can because my mother can no longer communicate with me over the phone. She lost her speech abilities when she had stroke several years back. She's also become very disabled in other ways and has to carry an oxygen tank now. So it's really changed the way that we relate, but she was a wonderful, vibrant woman. And last year, really early in the year, I was in Mexico for a few hours, just crossed over the border to Progresso, and the vibrancy of that little tourist town really reminded me of her. So I wrote this poem. It is the letter to her. I didn't actually write her a letter about Progresso, Mexico. The poem is the letter. So I'm going to read it to you, and then later I'm going to see my mama. Writing a letter to Mama about my visit to Progresso, Mexico. The obliterated place is equal parts destruction and creation. Cheryl Strait, for my mother. Here, there is an abundance of you. Colorful wares clinking, cooking oil sizzling into breezeless streets, and lively guitars strummed and sung over. I see you lean, a rod of silver bracelets against the brick wall beside me, and grin, for the pretty lady. Watch your fingers row faux leather keychains shaped like tiny shoes, while a sister eats warm candy beside you. Notice you peering out at me from behind dirty hands lifted toward my face, but not to ask me to feel sorry, only helpful today. I give you a quarter, move on. Mama, you have taught me, slowly, to know I am never a savior. Later, I ask a woman for one taco for $1 at a makeshift kitchen, worn tent flung over metal poles, a few plastic tables and chairs, the rollaway stove thickly coated with grease, and it's you again, in pink and blue striped skirt strolling to the chopping block to fashion 3 piles of white, yellow, and green, dashing shredded pollo with pepper and chili in a skillet over a flickering hot flame before handing the finished bundle to me on a plate, a limed halved beside. I squeeze the juice onto the taco, children all around me, selling small packages of gum. You would have bought 2 or 3 or 7 if you were here. I buy only 1 from the little girl chirping at my shoulder, to whom you would have also mouthed, "Thank you," holding it to your chest like a heartbeat. I hold it to my chest like a heartbeat. Hear you rise up from my throat to say thank you. "De nada," she answers. "Tomorrow, wintergreen will burst between my teeth. The sound of your enjoyment, a memory, a flavor I will write about like something I can love." Thank you, Eco Theo Review, for publishing this poem on your website last year.